this satanic bitch up in helicopter, he's already went by me, directly over me 30 times non-stop. Hold on. It's going right by that area. See that spot right there? Like where I'm pointing my finger at, right up in there? So he's going right by that area, which enables them to see me. Is it done for psychological intimidation? He's already circled me 30 times. Okay, just in the past like 15 minutes. Google it to gang stalking. Now, are things done like this in gang stalking crimes for psychological intimidation? Are they done to intentionally let you know that you're being tracked and surveilled? Absolutely. Because what is one of the biggest methods of gang stalking? To engender a sense of stalking, tracking, surveillance. I see as of right now, he's not going by that open spot anymore. Well, the satanic bitches who engage in cyber surveillance connected to gang stalking, when they use these low-life animals, hold on, let's see if he goes right back. Here he comes. Yeah, I was just watching an interview. It looked like an updated interview. Hold on. It looked like an updated interview with Ella Free and a guy named Ray Schumann. It was posted on the internet on January 7th, 2020, and you should be able to find it by going to YouTube and typing in Ella Free interview with lawyer Ray Schumann. And I just got them tape recording the audio of that video 2 days ago, and I think it's at least almost a 2-hour long interview. Where this guy's kind of giving legal advice to gang stalking victims, and he basically went on to Ella Free when she went to go make a couple comments. Well, she actually made more than a couple throughout the interview. Hold on. Now, she actually made more than a couple comments throughout the interview, but a couple of her statements that she made... Oh, hold on, let me backtrack a second. It was Ella that made the statement. She said that one woman who had sent her some evidence concerning that woman being gang stalked. One of the evidences that she said that she witnessed, and it's obvious, you can Google my statements to gang stalking as well, was that a woman, I think she was from Florida, and she was videotaping the fact that black helicopters were constantly circling above her house. And a few years ago, I saw a video from, hold on. A few years ago, I saw a video posted on YouTube by Mike Vitubell. And he's an author of the book The Invisible Crime by Mike Vitubell. Google that as well. And that whole entire book is about what happens to most things that happen to gang stalking victims. And he's even been covered on national radio shows on several dates. Anyways, going back to Ella Free. Well, he's got a YouTube video on his YouTube channel showing fucking helicopters constantly circling above his house. Well, the statement that Ella Free made was about this woman who repeatedly contacted her from Florida, who was video logging some of the aerial stalking, surveillance harassment that she was enduring, and she was stating that black helicopters were constantly flying above her house. Okay. Now, does anybody honestly believe that it's natural for a fucking helicopter to be in an area, okay, to circle that area 30 times? It's going on 40 times now, just in the past 10 minutes. Okay? See, one thing you understand about gang stalking is that these organized crime, mass murdering, human trafficking, rape, and whores, they know what you know about this crime. So they know you know that air surveillance and air stalking is a method of gang stalking, right? So, Dr. John Hall, ex-DOD contractor Brian 2, go to Google and type in ex-DOD contractor Brian 2, TEW, electronic harassment, and you'll eventually run across some posts on that about what he has disclosed, including posts that Dr. Eric Karlstrom has put on the internet concerning the testimony of Brian 2, who was an ex-DOD contractor. You can YouTube him as well. And, all right, hold on. Let me see if we can catch this little satanic bitch again. That's your fucking tax dollars up there doing this sick shit. Absolutely. Against completely innocent people. So you don't mind wasting tax dollars engaging in psychological intimidation and psychological harassment. Okay? They don't mind wasting our fucking tax dollars in aerial stalking and aerial surveillance. And I'm not necessarily saying that that's what this is. What I am saying, though, is I'm pointing out some information to you. So, when you go to Google and you type in air surveillance and air stalking connected to gang stalking crimes, you're going to see thousands and thousands of posts. All right, hold on a minute. Oh, absolutely. Now, going back to what I was saying concerning Brian 2, the ex-DOD contractor, see, what you got to understand about gang stalking is that these mass murdering, human trafficking, raping animals, gang stalking is a program. And it's a program that applies a bunch of different techniques and methods and tactics and maneuvers and much more. And in order to sensitize a victim to a stimuli, it can be any type of stimuli. Just research extensively the sensitization method of gang stalking. I'm not going to make this into a long video because I got stuff to do. So, what Brian 2 and Dr. John Hall and Dr. Robert Duncan and many other extremely educated victims have stated is that one of the main reasons why all things that are propped up around a gang stalking victim concerning them related to gang stalking is so that it will excite a electromagnetic response in the brain so remote neural monitoring can identify it and latch onto it. So when you prop up, let's just, as an example, when you prop up aerial stalking, when you type that into gang stalking, and then you type that into the sensitization method of gang stalking, well, you'll see that it's an identical repeated behavior within this program, within this crime, happening to tens of thousands of victims. So why would they want to incorporate something for a gang stalking victim to see and or hear? Now, if you look up, you see the helicopter if they allow you to see them. As a result, that's visual entrainment. You hear the helicopter, that's auditorial entrainment. Okay? And since they know, the victim knows that this is part of gang stalking, they do it so you'll notice it. Okay? Absolutely. Now, when you notice it, it excites that electromagnetic response, and then reference to what is exposed online concerning why these 6 satanic hordes do what they do is because when they know that you know something's being propped up connected to gang stalking, then they know your brain is going to recognize that, and it's going to excite an electromagnetic response. Then remote neural monitoring latches onto that response, neural hacking, and then the brain can be subject to a whole host of different types of neural manipulation, neural influencing, neural torture, and so on and so forth. Now, when they make victims homeless, and they intentionally keep the victim homeless, Google all my statements, well, then what they do then is that they then start using the homelessness against you. Okay? By propping up things that will psychologically intimidate you. Okay, if this is a cop helicopter, are they going to claim they saw you and then report you? See, what you gotta understand about mind pattern programming connected to gang stalking is that gang stalking has exacting motives. It's got specific motives. This is outwardly apparent when you look at how many gang stalking victims, when you research the sensitization method of gang stalking and dark neurolinguistic programming and the direct conversation method, you're gonna see that those are three of many techniques that gang stalking crimes perpetrate within the program of gang stalking that they perpetrate against all gang stalking victims. So we can easily see that this is a program that's got identical methodologies, identical methods, identical tactics, and identical techniques. But what is the motive of the techniques and methods and tactics? Brain entrainment. Brain entrainment, psychological intimidation, fear induction, stress conditioning, okay? Because they feed off it. They literally feed off it. And that's where the heterodyning comes into play at, connected to remote neural monitoring. So I'm just going to videotape this little skanky human trafficking thieving ass, because that gas that gas right now that's fueling that helicopter is paid for by me and you. See, these thieving bastards, they literally believe they got a right to do what they're doing against all victims. Okay? These are mass murdering, human trafficking, raping animals. That's all they are. It's all they'll ever be. Google all my statements to gang stalking. And when it comes to the mass murder, that's got to do with directed energy weapons, ultrasonic sound bone conduction, EMF weapons, scalar weapons, the whole 9 yards. Okay? So, let's see if we can catch this little criminal ass again. Now, do you think that a helicopter can fake a report log concerning why they're in the area? That way they can turn around and claim, well, we don't know what Miss Williams is talking about. She must be mentally ill. Do you honestly believe for 1 second that the police would not falsify records before an event, during an event, or after an event? Wake up, America. The police ain't nothing but foot soldiers for organized crime. Okay? Oh, absolutely. All across America. So, I'm going to let you go, and I've been tape recording. This tape recorder's been in the record mode for almost 3 hours straight, so it shows how long he's been up in the air. Oh, absolutely. Alright, let's see if we can catch this little organized crime criminal ass again. Okay, so every time the brain hears something that the brain knows is connected to gang stalking, and what's one of the biggest ways gang stalking anchors an association in your mind? Through massive repetition. So think about what I'm saying. When a helicopter goes above you 40 times within a half hour at least, okay, well, do you really think that's natural? Of course it's not. And when you look at airplane stalking, helicopter stalking, even drone stalking connected to gang stalking, you're going to see I'm telling you the truth. Now, satanic little organized crime whores and the intelligence agencies and the fusion centers and state, county, and local cops, they'll lie right to your face, my face, and right through their teeth about any and all acknowledgments of anything connected to gang stalking, meaning that they'll literally even pretend they don't even know what gang stalking is. Oh, absolutely. All things connected to the sensitization method of gang stalking, and even DNLP, and even the direct conversation method, all of that occurs through massive repetition. Why do you think when they go over gang stalking victims' homes, they go over it 30, 40 times in a half hour? Because they want to sensitize you to that noise. Okay? And when they sensitize you to that noise, that then assures them that every time the noise is heard in the future, it will excite a response. Do you understand? So, and then that's done for also auditory brain entrainment. If you look up and continually notice the helicopter, that will then be visual brain entrainment. And I made many videos that disclose the motives and the many different motives and methods concerning why that's done. At the end of the day, these are nothing but human slavery rings. Okay? And they know what you know about them, because they know what you know that they concerning what they've done to you. They know what type of educated knowledge you have, because they've cyber surveilled every bit of your internet activity, whether it be through a phone, a computer, anybody's computer, anywhere. Okay, so they know what you know. So they know that you are online exposing them. They don't like the exposure. See, these little mass murdering satanic whores, they don't give a flying fuck about staging rapes and gang rapes and brutal assaults and staged arrest, okay, and robberies and making victims homeless and human trafficking victims and using victims for illegal probate control schemes, racketeering schemes, insurance fraud schemes, and much more, where the victim is treated like a straw person for racketeering purposes. They don't give a flying fuck about what they do to any victim, at any time, anywhere. Mass murdering, human trafficking, raping, gang raping whores don't give a flying fuck about what they're doing to anybody. And when you research the torture connected to gang stalking crimes, tens of thousands of victims all over the internet exposing that reality, and the fact that that's been massively, repeatedly exposed on national radio shows on different dates, including ones I've been on, do these honestly sound like the type of people to you that give two shits about human life? They don't care at all. They're mass murdering animals. It's all they fucking are. It's all they'll ever be. And by the way, it looks like right now they're setting me up to leave social services. You know, when I got that stimulus check put in my bank in May of 2020, I didn't take all that sum out at once, okay? Because I didn't want to carry all that cash with me. And then throughout the months of June, July, August, September, I did nothing but massive preparations for moving. Hold on a second. Now, there was quite a few months where I was also being massively targeted that was affecting my health. So, as this all was going on, there was a few months going by where I did not go and get, hold on a second, where I did not go and withdraw my monthly SSDI check. So a couple months, there was some accumulative monetary amounts accumulating in my bank account. Well, do you honestly think these 6 satanic bitches didn't know that? And check this out. The same exact identical verbal harassment I've caught on video and on at least 70 audio files occurring inside of social services has been caught in my branch, the branches of my bank. Identical to a T verbal harassment, perpetrated and said in the same exact identical way. So what is the stalking or gang stalking? Surveillance for information extraction, right? So if they are supervising your benefits through social services and they know how much money you're allowed to have, like say if there's some type of you're allowed a certain amount of money that you're allowed to have for savings. If you go above that ceiling, then they can claim that, well, you now went above it, so you no longer are eligible for food stamps. Well, when I was sick in September, October, and November, December, I didn't go to the bank right away, okay? And plus, you should also know my banks was closed down, too, periodically as well, because of the COVID-19. So my bank statements ended up reflecting more money in my bank account than 99.9% of the time is generally there. Between the stimulus check and then a couple months went by where I literally didn't even go to the bank to get my Social Security check. So then those months, my bank account then started getting to a larger amount. And then when they reviewed me through social services for food stamps in December, I've sent that information in, and did they send me anything saying that you have not reported your income, therefore we're taking you off of it? So let's see if federal student loan tries to claim that right now while I'm off for food stamps until I get back on them, which I'm going to be sending them a copy of what they were sent concerning the December review. I'm going to be resending them a copy of that in 2 days. I was going to resend it yesterday, but I was sick yesterday. Okay? Let's see if I come down massively sick, okay, before that can be done in 2 days, and let's see if Social Services tries to claim that. See, because I got letters in the mail that openly state that they do not account those stimulus payments as being income, right? Well, so what's in my bank account right now falls well below that ceiling that you're allowed to have, right? But the bank statement for December shows that it's above that ceiling. But what you got to understand, though, is, see, I was sick. I couldn't get to the bank to take the money out in order to fund expenditures, right? So, do you think it's an accident that Social Services, when I would, and by the way, me being sick, which prevented me from going to the bank, all of that was induced through electromagnetic weapons connected to gang stalking. They know that they can make you so sick to where you can't even get up. Literally. In fact, I'm just coming out of an 8-day torture session. Abso-fucking-lutely I am. Absolutely. I've tweeted about it. I think I've already made at least one video concerning it, concerning this particular phone. Alright, I'm going to let you go. So let's see if federal student loan tries to claim, well, our records show that they took you off of food stamps, so you guys start making payments. Because that's, well, I'm on forbearance right now. I'm not on that income repayment program thing. But what you got to understand about this crime is that this crime is about money. Alright? It's about fucking money. Coercing me into taking out those school loans repeatedly. All of that was done through gang stalking in Michigan. Ignoring massive amounts of evidence that was that thick sent to federal student loans many times over the years was completely ignored. They even denied they got it, even though they signed for it, because I sent it certified mail return receipt. So if they can coerce you into taking out school loans and then continue the gang stalking of you and keep you in the crime so they can keep you in the effects of the crime, not allowing you to ever rise above and get out of anything that they're intentionally affecting upon your life, how are you going to be in a position to hire a lawyer in order to be able to get these federal student loans taken care of concerning the fact that they were criminally, coerced for me to take out? They don't want you to rise above the circumstances they put you in. It's why they put you in them. Okay? So let's see what happens concerning that, because they were sent, CalFresh was sent my review papers before they were due. And then they sent me a letter claiming that as a result of you not sending them in time and not sending proof of income, we've taken you off. So I'm going to resend it again tomorrow. I was going to resend it over 10 days ago, but I was sick literally for 7.5 full days and nights, nonstop straight, as a direct result of being extremely tortured at this very fucking spot through electromagnetic weapons. I'm just coming out of it now. Okay? And they're still targeting me with that sick shit. Alright, I gotta let you go. Everybody, thank you for listening. Google all my statements to gang stalking. Especially the electromagnetic torture connected to gang stalking. Everybody have a great day. I'll talk to you later.